All right, this was my most liked video last month. Thank you for everybody that liked the video. And it was kind of a fluke. Well, one of the questions was asking about if Yoda would get reworked, and he did. But we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to go through the questions. And thank you in advance for everybody that liked the last month's video. It was my favorite video to make. Actually, I was able to talk about some things that I normally didn't talk about. If you saw the video, you know what I'm talking about. It says, what is the best free-to-play team out there? My suggestion is going to stay the same, and that is going to be Phoenix. And the reason why Phoenix is for a couple reasons is that the team is pretty good. It's also good on defense, in territory wars, and also it'll help you unlock Palpatine, Thrawn, and eventually the Chimera. So I highly recommend free-to-play players, newer players starting the game, investing in Phoenix. Who's better in a 1 versus 1? Nest or SION? Actually, I've tested this in a stream. SION wins currently. What do you hope Snoke and possibly the Praetorian Guards will bring to the First Order? Also, when do you think they will come? I don't know. I really hope they do come, but I think it would be a really good team having Snoke, and I believe that there were 4 different types of guards, or at least they had 4 different types of weapons, so that could be like a complete team. I've not heard anything, and I don't know anything. Is Anakin worth it to farm? Prior to the comment from the developer saying that there was not an incoming Jedi faction rework, I would have said yes. But because they said that there was not an imminent Jedi faction rework, I would say Anakin right now currently is not that desirable. This must be an older question. Do you think there will ever be a setup for mods like there is one for choosing preset squads? Absolutely. And there was a mention of that in a developer blog post said where they're absolutely going to have that. I can't wait because I hate moving mods. Does the Resistance do nothing against the meta teams anymore? No, I made a video about this. The Resistance team actually can beat Traya. I made a video up here in the top right-hand corner showing Resistance beating Traya. Now, the thing is that they have never, and they will continue not doing well on defense. But on offense, Zeta Finn leadership actually can do a lot of damage and actually can win against a lot of teams that are unwinnable. Which heroic AA team solo team is best in your opinion? Wampinator or the Hermit Yoda team that I recently highlighted? And there's a link to the video. I've tried both, and the Hermit Yoda team with the Wampa under Akbar lead with BB-8 and Commander Luke is much, much easier. Wampinator requires a lot of restarts. It's incredibly frustrating, and also the mods have to be set up in a way so the timing is done correctly. I'm not a fan of the Wampinator. I definitely like the Hermit Yoda team better myself. What is the best all-droid team out there? I believe the best droid team out there is not an all-droid team. I believe it's a team that has Jedi Training Rey as lead. Right now, an all-droid team is not really viable, but if you're set on using all droids, I would use HK, BB-8, R2-D2, Probe Droid, and L3. Ha! Do you believe the Sith Raid will be soloable? Hashtag cheeky! Someday. Right now, no way. But maybe a year from now, maybe 18 months from now, sure, why not? How did I first meet Arnold T101? I met him up in San Francisco at EA, and we hung out there. And it was the very first Mobile Game Changers event ever. And there was only 40 total YouTubers invited, and there were 5 of us from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And that is where I met Arnold, and we have met several times since then. I love the guy. Is it better to sim 2-3 battles at a time or all battles when farming? Has any ran the numbers on RNG? I do all battles at once. I don't do the 2-3. And I made a video about this. The link is up here. Where I discussed that with Crazy Excuses, and I don't know if there was any official testing done. I know that at one point, several of us looking into the numbers on that, but I have not seen anything proving one or the way or the other. Jury is out. But if you watch the video, you can get her thoughts on that. But I've heard other people make very compelling arguments for doing 2-3 battles at a time. But for me, I just do them all at once. How do you keep this game from taking over your life? Oh my goodness. That's a difficult question, but it's something, yes, that I've had to deal with. I know for me, focusing on my payouts, which always seems to happen during dinner time, My girlfriend was not happy about that. I stopped taking the game as seriously as far as being #1 in the arena, both in fleet and also inside of the arena squad, which isn't easy to do anyways, but it requires coordination and being able to play in that hour before, and you have to coordinate it with your shard mates, which I do in the ships, but I do not do that in my squad arena. By not caring as much about that has helped a lot as far as from keeping the game from taking over my life. The other thing I've also done is I have turned off notifications for this game, and I believe that has helped. But I'm missing out on a lot of stuff. I'm missing out on crystals and refreshes and things like that, but I get some of my sanity back, and I'm okay with it. Can you make a meta modding vid? Go into detail about how to mod each tune in the top 10, obviously speed, but what other secondaries are ideal on a tune? Boy, that word bothers me. I like character or hero better than tune, but that's just me. Basis. I believe that mods are going to change here in the near future, and maybe after the mods come out, they're going to make certain sets better. They talked about how defense is not good and how speed is very good, and they're going to make other mod sets important. So I'm thinking that I'll have to make videos as that comes out. It says, missed the Dave & Buster's meet and greet. That was a blast. Living in LA, any chance you'd ever do more? Absolutely. And my guess is that the 3 or 4 cities that we would consider doing them would be LA, San Francisco, Sacramento, and possibly Chicago. So those are the 4 areas that I would be willing to do if I met up with the other game changers, other YouTubers, and that would be a lot of fun. But I had a blast, and I'd love to do another one. Who are the top 5 leaders to build a team around? And I would just say Rex. I'm a huge fan of Rex lead. He's amazing. Palpatine is dominant right now, but Rex has withstood time, and he has been an amazing leadership for quite a long time right now. And my suggestion would be Rex. What character in Star Wars would you add to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes that isn't in the game right now? And this is just me. I want the Droidica, the Destroyer droids. I just have a thing for them, and I think they would be amazing in the game. First of all, they were very strong, and they're just really cool how they curl up into balls. I don't know if I want it to be a playable character, but it'd be awesome if that was like a boss battle or raid or something like that. But I really would like to have the Droidica in the game. Will the Separatists ever become meta at some point in the future? I do not know if they will be the top tier, but I know there's going to be Separatist reworks or Separatist incoming. General Grievous has to be reworked at some point. I would expect that by the end of this year at some point. What did you have for breakfast? What kind of question is that? I had leftover Chinese food from last night. With the new ships 2.0 and many free-to-play players max the old meta, if Geonosian are new meta, then many will not have them geared sufficiently. My question is, what ships do you recommend increasing the abilities as a free-to-play player trying to adjust to ships 2.0? Okay, so this is a complicated question, and in my testing so far, I have found that every team can beat every team. So I found that there was not a perfect team that always won on defense. And I'm hoping that as time comes out, that we will have a more clear direction on what the new meta is. I'm not 100% sure that Geonosian is the new meta. And really, for me, I am doing the same thing. I maxed out the old meta, and I'm doing just fine in my ship's arena. Feel like it's still being developed, and everybody is still currently using what they've had, with the exception of some people that have like every ship in the game maxed out. That's not my shard, so I don't have to worry about that. So my suggestion right now is to continue to do what's working for you. I am not having any difficulty currently using the old meta. Can you please test all-in teams against Nightsisters as well? There's a large body of players using him. Thanks much. Any team that can do healing. Phoenix destroys Nightsisters. So does Imperial Troopers. And I think both of those teams are very good in other places of the games, specifically territory wars and territory battles. So if you're coming up against all Nightsisters, switch over to your Phoenix, specifically one that uses Chopper, or the Troopers. The Troopers just walk over Nightsisters. This is a great question. Well, what's a good replacement for Ezra in the new Grandmaster Yoda, Hoda, General Kenobi, Fulcrum, Ahsoka team that can take on the Palpatine triumvirate? the ways that that way Ezra can stay in with the Phoenix and territory? That's a great question. I would try Sakura and see how that goes. But really, the 4 that are needed in that Grandmaster Yoda Hoda team is Grandmaster Yoda, Hoda, General Kenobi, and Ezra. And then the last slot, people are typically using Ahsoka or Anakin or Sakura. But I would try Sakura and see how that works. Do you think Captain Beckett will be added in the future, even though they said they are done with solo characters? I would wait until the Blu-ray release or the DVD release and see what happens then. I have not heard anything, but maybe at the release of the DVD, there'll be more characters. We'll have to see. Do you ever think First Order will ever be meta in the arena? Actually, I don't. Unless Snoke comes with the guards, but I don't see the existing First Order going that direction unless they bring in, 5 new characters. We will see. All right, well, I wanted to thank everyone for submitting a question. There's a link in the description if you want to ask a question for next month's video. And I really hope you like this video today, because today we're giving an exclusive 8-star away that is my favorite as far as Star Wars is concerned. All right, really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account an 8-star Dave Filoni.
This is not a scam.
Please, Lucasfilms, let this guy make movies, man. I love this guy. He's my favorite. Big shout out to Charlie C for helping me make this video. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.